Raven to nest! Raven to nest! I've got 2 Republic fighters on my tail. I can't shake them. Requesting backup.
This is Major Henry of Raven Squad, still under fire. Come on, I need help down here. Can anyone read me?
I read you, Major. Loud and clear.
Really appreciate that whole sensing danger through the Force business, my lord. It saved my neck more than once.
What's going on? Where did those Republic fighters come from?
See that dreadnought? Meet me there. We'll get you all caught up.
You're not dead.
Get these weapons secure, now!
Everyone's trapped down there. Cord had better have a hell of a plan to get out of this one.
I served with Cord on Corellia. There's one thing I can say. We need everyone ready to move. No exceptions.
Norrock's down there. He'll handle the Republic.
Hope you're right. I mean, he does oversee...
We've got 3 squads cleared and ready. Just need to go ahead for Major Henry.
Stop slacking!
I need the rest of them ready to go in 10, Captain. Understood?
Right away, Major.
Welcome aboard the Executioner, my lord. Wish I could have organised a welcome party, but we need your help straight away.
You said you would explain what's happening here, Major.
Straight to business then. Good. Colonel Cord was running a pretty tight ship with this Kolto operation. We dropped mining platforms right on the water. Real state-of-the-art stuff. Got everything up and running quick. Harvesting, refining, shipping. We were up to our necks in Kolto. The Selkath didn't even know what hit him. Until the Republic got a whiff of what was going on.
If you're not giving the orders here, Major, let me speak to someone who is.
You can't. That's why I'm here. Once the Republic brought the big guns, the locals started to put up a fight. Some of the Selkath even got organised enough to take over our Kolto refining station. That station was our base of operations, and now our people are stuck inside, including Colonel Cord. All our platforms are cut off from each other. Whole thing's a mess. If we want this operation back on track, first thing to do is kick the Selkath off our base, which I can't do alone. Could really use your help down there.
It sounds like we don't have a second to waste. I'm ready when you are.
Fantastic. Knew I could count on you. I've already given the order to ready as many troops on board as we can. Just need to get them down to the surface and...
Major Henry, the first dropship we sent down, it was completely destroyed as soon as it entered Manaan's airspace. Our scanners show it was Republic anti-aircraft weapons.
Are the enormous guns mounted on this eyesore just for show? If you've got their weapons in your sights, take them out.
We can't. Once we started the targeting sequence, their weapons disappeared from our instruments altogether.
How can that be?
Damn it! Don't know what the Republic's playing at, but I'm not sending any more soldiers down until we find out. As long as those Republic dogs are helping the Selkath, our efforts on Manaan are dead in the water, so to speak.
If we work together, we will deal a significant blow to the Republic.
All right. What are you thinking?
You and I will retake your base, The Republic's weapons won't lock onto a small shuttle. You were able to escape Manaan relatively unscathed.
Solid point. And once we take the Republic's fancy weapons out of the equation, we'll clear the way for reinforcements. You heard the plan, Vondrel? Hold down the fort up here. We'll signal when it's safe to deploy everyone else. It's great to have your help again. Now, let's show these kelp lovers what we're made of, yeah? Close one there.
What happened here? How did the Empire lose control?
Like I said, everything was going to plan. Better than that, really. We were unstoppable. We had an ion cannon that could stop entire fleets in their tracks. Anyone who thought they could take a run at us got a personal demonstration. But the Republic had to go and stick their noses where they don't belong. Things took a turn when they helped the Selkath blow up our cannon. She's alive. Let's go, soldier.
I'll be fine. Just need a second to catch my breath. But you two don't have time to stop. The Selkath are planting explosives all around the base.
We'll take care of them.
There are more wounded troops. Please help them.
Losing a single weapon caused all of this.
Hey, it was a really powerful gun. When it blew up, the ion explosion knocked out everything. Comms, weapons, vehicles, you name it, it went down. These bottom feeders took advantage of the chaos and went on the offensive. Since we couldn't call for backup, Colonel Cord sent me back to the Executioner for reinforcements. Then you showed up, just in the nick of time. There's one there.
Toen open lapos sag levego, zodat wordt graaf is een vellet.
I will never give up our position on Manaan, no matter how many chances you give us. The Empire needs more koto than your tight-fisted government is willing to sell.
Vassoni lesson, teto sota, a pasa la koon sot prite, oma leos.
Hey, shark bait! Over here!
If a fight is what you prefer, I will happily oblige.
On your feet! I want this place back in working order immediately. Taurus, get this display back online. Dar, re-establish long-range communications now! We've been cut off from the other platforms for too long.
Colonel Cord, sir. This is...
It is an honor to meet you, my lord. But as you can see, we are ill-equipped to properly receive someone of your stature. Where are my reinforcements, Major?
I've come to help you retake control. You won't need anyone else but me.
I know you're expecting a few more people, but that plan hit a bit of a snag.
A few more people? I asked you for an army, Major.
And if I bring you that army now, they're as good as dead. The Republic shot down our first transport. They've got some kind of stealth weapon system. It went dark on the Executioner scanners almost as soon as it showed up.
Then we need to eliminate those guns. I want my soldiers down on the surface in one piece. The second our scanning instruments are functional again, we shall locate the Republic's weapons. Readings down here will be more accurate than on the Executioner.
The Selkath did a real number on this place. With their home advantage and the Republic backing them up, they'll retake this position in no time.
What are you suggesting we do?
Colonel Cord finds the Republic's guns, we fix our defenses.
There are plenty around this platform, but they were destroyed or disabled by the ion blast the Selkath triggered. You'll have to repair all the defenses manually.
Sounds easy enough, especially for the two of us. I'm sure Darth Norok will be pleased at how well we're handling this, sir.
Who is Darth Norok?
Lord Valron's new right hand in logistics. Very important. Colonel Cord manages the Kolto operation, but this whole thing is under Darth Norok's jurisdiction. He gets final say on everything. Be nice if we could update him before we set off, sir.
I tried to contact him, but with everything that's happened, I'm sure he's on the move. Don't get your hopes up.
Good. Your endless missteps are becoming a considerable source of irritation.
I know things are grim, my lord. You have my apologies, but I, and my associates, are prepared to make things right.
See that you do.
Darth Norok has been briefed, and we all have our assignments. I want this entire operation back in working order. People will die without this Kolto.
I understand the situation's urgency, but there was no reason I couldn't have spoken for myself.
Sir, the Selkath are launching another attack. They've breached the lower levels.
If those Selkath take this platform again, I'm afraid no one will be speaking to Darth Norok.
Leave the Selkath to us. We'll return once the defenses are repaired.
Very well. Good luck to you both. Hopefully you won't need it.
Selkath are dug in deep. Let's remind them who they're dealing with. Just rewired the shields in this quadrant to triple their integrity. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself.
I was sure I was going to die in here. I owe you one.
Give these anchovies one for me, would ya?
Aye, aye. I got the power cells to the surface level defenses recharged, rebooted, and reinforced. Let's see the Selkath try and break these again.
Thank you. I thought I was done for.
everywhere. It's like a bad crec beetle infestation. See that terminal? We get it back online, we restore communications, at least at short range. We'll be able to check in with each other if we get separated. Good news, sir. We reactivated the defense systems. Making our way back to your position now.
Excellent work, but unfortunately the job isn't over yet.
What are you talking about?
As Major Henry so eloquently reminded me, the Selkath have their home advantage of infiltrating underwater targets without impediment. As long as the Selkath can so easily enter the platform's sublevels, our surface defenses won't be enough to repel them, as demonstrated by this second assault. The order just came down from Darth Norok. You're to deploy underwater defenses before you return. We have an assortment of mines that should do the trick.
This was Darth Norok's idea. Wasn't he the one who said the mines were a waste of time in the first place?
I sincerely hope that you're not questioning the word of a Sith, Major. I know you are smarter than that.
Well, if Darth Norok wants mines, then I guess we better get him some.
That was... are you all right?
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about me. I just forget sometimes how much Cord buys into the whole Sith shall always reign supreme idea. Come on. There's a submersible droid in our mining facility that should make this easier for us. Just need to get to it. Aye, aye. Still can't believe Colonel Cord got Norok to cave on these mines. Guess Norok finally realised how many people would die without them. He always struck me as an ends justifies the means kind of Sith. But maybe there's an old softy hiding under that creepy armour. Moving out. Before I forget, you need an apology for the Colonel's less than heartfelt introduction. He means well, but the man is stubborn and never learned how to ask for help. Throw his aggravating need to have Darth Norok's approval for every little thing into the mix and, well, Here we are. I do admire how dedicated Colonel Cord is to his soldiers. Maybe if we all weren't in mortal danger, he'd loosen up a bit. Take those controls. They'll let you pilot a submersible droid that can drop the mines. Moving out. That should do it. Let's head back and find out if Colonel Cord's made any headway on those scanners.
This is a good start. Keep at it, Lieutenant. Lieutenant Dar has patched up our long-range communications. The holocalls aren't what I would call reliable yet, but we were able to briefly reach the Executioner. Unfortunately, we haven't made much headway in repairing our scanning equipment. We may have to rely on the Executioner if we're going to locate the Republic's weapons. How did things go on your end?
Major Henry and I cleared out the second wave of Selkath. With those mines activated, they won't get close to this platform again.
That brings us one step closer to resuming Kolto shipments to those who need them. Darth Norok made a brief appearance on the way to his next objective. I updated him on our progress and your success with the platform's defenses. He was quite pleased.
Can't you call him back? Sooner or later we'll need to hammer out a plan with Darth Norok for after the Republic's gone.
Darth Norok's priority is getting the Kolto mining operation in working order again. He won't be pleased if I interrupt his work.
After everything we've done, the least you could do is get Darth Norok on a holo call.
Fine. I can do that much.
It's the Executioner, sir. They managed to make contact again.
Put them through. They could have an update on the location of the Republic's guns.
Colonel, thank the stars we reached you. We just received a distress signal from our shipping docks on the surface. It's faint, but we heard enough. The Republic has overrun their position. The entire platform is in lockdown, and if we don't...
Blast! There's enough Koltos sitting on those docks to secure many decisive victories for the Empire. We can't let the Republic get their hands on it. I need you both to stop them. Darth Norok?
It must be done. We must take control.
We will, my lord. We won't let any pubs off that platform with our Kolto.
Should I try to get him back?
Don't think that's necessary, sir. So much for sneaking in. Close one there. Vondra wasn't kidding when she said the pubs had these transports locked down. They're grounded until we cut them loose. That's all of them. Time to get these things in the air. If we can just find somewhere to put coordinates in. There's one there. Those Kolto transports don't have pilots. Use this to send them somewhere. They'll get to the destination on their own.
We need to get this Kolto straight to the heart of the Empire. I'm sending the transports to Drome and Kars.
Colonel Cord will love you for that. Are you seeing this?
Contact Cord. We need an extraction.
Way ahead of you. Here's hoping I can get through. Sir, got a little surprise down here at the shipping docks. The Republic's guns showed up.
What about the Kolto? Where is it?
Gone. Those guns destroyed some of the transports, but most are on their way off-world.
Which is great for you and all, sir. Unfortunately for us, the Republic's just dropped a lot of fresh troops on our doorstep. We're trapped in here.
I cannot send anyone to get you out, Major. Not while those guns are still active. Darth Norak would not approve of me sending anyone else into this situation. You don't need me. I know that both of you will figure.
Think we can make it to that?
We'll handle it, and we'll bring down the Republic's guns on the way out. Darth Norok.
What in blazes are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
Is that? You've got to be kidding me.
Don't just stand there. Release me at once.
Tread carefully, or I'll hand you back to the Republic, if I don't throw you out of the shuttle first.
Do not toy with me, fool. The longer you keep me like this, the worse the consequences will be.
No need for that, my lord.
Don't do anything stupid, Norok, unless you'd like to put the buoyancy of your armor to the test.
Take me to Cord. I will wring the air from that useless invertebrate's carcass for this.
What does he have to do with this?
If he had done what I asked in the first place, there would be no need for my presence.
What do you mean? Colonel Cord's done his best to keep this operation running for you.
I repeatedly told Cord his little Kolto mining stations weren't good enough. The Empire does not toil and struggle for a mere trickling of resources. We take what we want. Cord had one objective: the complete subjugation of Manaan. He refused to comply with my instructions, so I relieved him of his command. The Republic arrived at Manaan as I began my descent to the surface. I had no time to act. In one swift moment, their forces destroyed our weapons, shot me down, and set upon me.
The weapons that shot you down, they must be the same guns that Major Anri and I are about to destroy.
Excellent. It's good to see the Empire still breeds those who know how to fight.
Hate to break up this very productive discussion, but I can't land this thing without drawing attention. Too many pubs out there. But it's now or never. We won't get a better shot at taking out these guns.
If these animals are all that stand between me and an unyielding grip on Manaan, I will eradicate every last one.
Here we go. We've got to turn off these power conduits. With all the juice surging out, we need them offline before we can shut down these blasted guns. Lied to my face. Made me look like an idiot.
Speak up, Major. Do you have something to say? Perhaps about your commanding officer?
Nope. Everything's just peachy. Forget I said anything, my lord. Apologies for wasting your time. I think we cut enough power to take out the guns for good. Just need to find the controls that shut them off. Not a Selkath in sight. They must be putting a lot of trust in the Republic if they're letting this beast cruise around Manaan without any local military on board.
Don't be absurd. There is no trust between Manaan and the Republic. The Selkath want the Republic gone as much as we do. As much as they want the Empire gone.
I thought the Selkath helped the Republic destroy your ion cannon.
A brief association, in opposition of a common enemy.
How do you know that?
The so-called soldiers tasked with guarding me had many complaints about Manaan's natives. The Selkath's displeasure at the Republic's presence was especially confusing for them. The Republic are aggressors here. Self-righteous and unwanted invaders, though they pretend otherwise. And I will find a way to use their sanctimonious convictions against them.
All those power conduits we fried lead to manual controls on the bridge.
Can you use the controls to deal with the guns?
Does a hut have a tail?
Then we have our target. Let's go.
They're here. Oh no, how did he escape? Weapons ready! Don't let them touch anything in this room! Whatever you're planning, it stops here!
They must have known we'd make it up here. Our Republic friends locked this system down tighter than bantha hide.
Can you get in?
Oh yeah, no problem. And we destabilize enough of this thing's power conduits that I can rig the guns to explode from here. With plenty of time for us to escape, of course. Say goodbye to the Republic's shiny new toy.
Stop.
What's wrong?
Why destroy these weapons when we can take them for ourselves? Use them against the Republic should they try to stop us again. Increase the output of these weapons as high as you can, Major. Make them so powerful that we regain our unquestionable dominance over this world.
Not an option, my lord. We shut down too many of the power sources. There won't be enough juice left to supercharge the guns and keep their targeting matrix online. I do what you're asking. These guns will fire on anything that moves. Selkath, Republic, Imperials.
Good. That means no one else will be able to shut them down. When Selkath ships are obliterated by Republic weapons, their rift will deepen. The Selkath can't fight on two fronts, and when the dust is cleared, Manaan will belong to me.
You there? Do you read? What's the status of those guns?
We're at the controls now, Colonel. But you...
Come in! Blast! I thought we'd worked out these comms issues.
Colonel.
Listen, if you can hear me at all, it is imperative that we destroy these guns once and for all. Our people need Kolto, and what we're doing here is the best way to get it to them. But we can't continue if the Republic is breathing down our necks like this. Darth Nurik's orders are clear. Destroy the guns.
Everything all right?
Focus, Major. Do as I command, and you shall be granted a reward befitting a conqueror of worlds.
I'm sorry, my lord, but this one gives the orders.
I came here to help the people of the Empire, not expedite their destruction. Got these weapons.
With pleasure. Countdown initiated. I gave us enough time to get back to the shuttle, but we still better move it before these things come apart on top of us.
You will not leave until you do as I say. Increase the damage of these weapons now, Major. Or you will both learn what happens when you defy a Sith.
Your impulsive decisions got you captured by the Republic, and now you expect me to aimlessly kill Imperials. You are a stain, an aberration, a degradation of the Sith. How dare you make demands of me?
That was the wrong answer. This world is mine! I will eradicate all who oppose This world is mine! You should have obeyed my commands. Now, will suffer! You should have obeyed my commands. Now, you will suffer! I am slaughter. I am destruction. I am sin. I am slaughter. I am destruction. I am sin. You should have obeyed my commands.
That's your cut into our escape zone?
Then let's not waste any more time.
I've raised my brows at a lot of things you've done, but never in my wildest dreams did I think you were capable of something so blasted stupid.
Mind yourself, Major. I won't permit this insubordination while there's still so much work left to do.
Mind myself? Stars, you're brainless. We found Darth Norok, Colonel, and he wasn't too happy to hear about what you've been up to. You had the brass to speak for a Sith with ties to the Dark Council without his permission, but that wasn't reckless enough for you. Not telling anyone that Norok was missing. Forging his orders. And the best part's gotta be how you dragged us into your stupidity. I know Norok was a pain, sir, and I know he was keeping you from supporting the Empire the way you thought was right. I might have understood if you had just told me about all of this from the start, but you lied to me, and that I don't understand.
Terrible things happen to those who try to deceive me. You're lucky I don't kill you where you stand.
Are you sure that impersonating a Sith is such a terrible thing? Because right now, you sound just like Norok. Where is Darth Norok?
He attacked us when we destroyed the Republic's guns. We had to kill him.
Then how can you blame me for what I've done? You saw for yourself what Norok does to anyone who opposes his greed, and you stuck by what you thought was right. Just as I did.
Other than making a complete fool of yourself, what exactly did you do?
Whatever mess you found Norok in was the result of his own arrogance. When I lost contact with him, I simply took advantage of his absence. My entire career, I've done nothing but prove my admiration for the Sith. I served without question, believed they had a right to rule the Empire. Until I had a chance to lead this operation, I cherished the idea that I was helping soldiers live to see another day. Norok, however, kept saying I needed to think bigger. He wanted all of Manaan under his rule, but we didn't have the resources to sustain a prolonged occupation of the entire planet. It would have achieved nothing more than a boost to Norok's ego. I refused to sacrifice faithful citizens of the Empire for something so irresponsible. And I do not regret that decision, or the decision to use Norok's name, if it means not one life will be wasted on a Sith's ambition.
I see you finally solved your communications problem, Colonel. Now that the lines are open again, I need an update on your progress. Strictly going by who I see in the room, I'm assuming everything is going well.
That's correct. Colonel Cord, Major Henry, and I have worked tirelessly to bring the Kolto mining network back to full efficiency. I think you'll be quite pleased with the results.
That's correct. And as a matter of fact, we just got a large Kolto shipment off-world and dealt a crippling blow to the Republic's weapons.
Excellent. That is just what I was hoping to hear. I'll leave you to continue your work, Cord, but I expect another update soon. Krovos out.
I don't understand. I thought for certain my actions would have caused you offense. Why didn't you say something to Darth Krovos?
Don't think I did this to protect you, Cord. I expect to be paid back.
Right. I'm certain we can work something out.
You should be grateful. Things could have gone a lot worse for you.
Well, then, thank you. Not for what you've done for me, but for what you've done for the Empire. Many will owe their lives to you. You've given us a secure foothold on Manaan, which means a more certain path to victory. But there is still much to do. Speaking of which, we'd better get back to it. Unless you don't plan to stay, Major.
Of course I'm sticking around. At least until I find someone else to give you a kick in the pants when you get another one of these half-baked ideas. Colonel Cord's explained the situation to everyone who hadn't heard yet, even apologized. Didn't see one tear shed over losing Darth Norok. Thought that was interesting. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. Not too many of us were looking forward to taking over all of Manaan. Now we can focus on what we came for.
An occupation would have been overkill on both sides. This Kolto mining operation is more than enough to help the Empire.
Do you have any idea how good it feels to hear that from someone as important as you? I've seen you in action so many times, and you still never cease to amaze. Not to mention all the times you've come through for me. You're probably tired of everyone constantly falling over themselves for you. I'm sure you don't need to hear me go on about how amazing I think you are. But I can count the number of people I trust on one hand. Every time we meet, you more than earn your place on that list. Hope you know how much I appreciate that.
You've always been a valuable asset, Henry, and I'm grateful for all your help.
Now you're just trying to make me blush. Anyway, I know you have a lot to get back to, and I don't want to keep you from it. Thanks for sticking around and seeing this through.
I could end your miserable life in an instant.
Theron's still alive, but just barely.
Couldn't even do that right. It looks like you've won again, Outlander. Like you always do. What are you waiting for? Strike the final blow. Be the hero yet again.
You destroyed my fleet, attacked my people, and endangered the galaxy. For your crimes, I sentence you to death.
Get it over with.
Even if it was a lie, your betrayal felt too real. I don't think I can trust you again.
I understand. I'd probably feel the same in your shoes. I'll pack my things.
Impressive.
Most impressive. But you should know, I have removed the final tool that bound me to the Empress's will. I have done what so many Sith pretend to do but never really achieve. I have broken my chains. I will never again have a master. I will never let another rule over me. I will never return to the Empire.
My son. He finally found a place to belong. And you cast him out.
We've got the Kadera banner!
If I can find to that location. Meet me there.
Fighting all of us.
Then you will all die.
You? I should have known some glory hound like you would slither their way into my grandest achievement. Honor.
You. I wasn't expecting you to be a part of this operation. And your fellow Jedi will be hunted to extinction. Your destruction is inevitable.
If you have more to say, we can just sit around and wait until you're done.
No. Impossible. You died.
Which way to the victory celebration?
I wasn't expecting to see you here. Is something wrong?
As much as the sight of you improves my mood, I'm afraid I come with grim news. We've lost contact with the team we deployed to explore the ruins of Darth Nul's fortress on Elom. It could be a simple malfunction, but given the importance of their mission and the site's interest to Darth Malgus, we should investigate immediately.
Manaan is secure enough. Shall we take your ship or mine?
On that note...
I'll be your chauffeur for this mission.
I wasn't expecting you.
I tried to persuade your associate that you were in capable hands with me, but...
But I've not had the opportunity to work with our esteemed ally. I thought this would be the perfect time to become better acquainted.
How could I refuse such a charming request? I have some final arrangements to see to. I'll meet you at the ship.
He certainly has a way with people. We cannot trust him.
I'm with you. If he crosses us, we kill him.
Naturally. Shall we?
That's just it. So little is known about you at present. It's a mystery, just like Darth Nul.
Does that trouble you?
Not at all. I quite enjoy it. You should hear the stories people tell.
Should I?
You would find them flattering, I'm sure. I once heard that you only remain at your impressive master's side in order to disguise your full power. After all, who can say what you're truly capable of when you live in a shadow cast so long?
Who indeed? Strange. There's some kind of energy shield over the dig site. The readings don't match any Imperial or Republic design.
Is that the cause of the communications blackout?
Most likely. We can't fly through it either. We'll have to land and approach on foot.
Intriguing. I'll apprise Darth Krovos of the situation. Putting reinforcements on standby seems prudent. Seems like just another ruin.
The shield is projected from a power source near the temple entrance. I suggest we bring that down first.
So that reinforcements can join us more directly if necessary. Thinking ahead. You're as cunning as they say.
Shall we?
Something is odd. These creatures are hostile beyond all reason.
Look out!
What is that?
Irritating.
I have a theory. Given the native wildlife's abnormal behavior, it's possible this machine is manipulating their... Well, that was fast confirmation. Watch out!
If Darth Null created these machines, she must have been a talented scientist, or a master of Sith alchemy. Perhaps both.
After centuries, her creations still function, more or less. An impressive feat. The shield. It doesn't match any known designs because Null built it so long ago. Perhaps the dig team activated it by accident, and they're still safe.
Or they activated it because they were attacked. We shouldn't rule anything out at this point.
Null's machines are trying to kill us. Don't drop your guard.
Of course.
Let's continue.
A Republic shuttle, but no sign of any troops.
If they landed here, then they arrived before the shield went up. We'll likely find them closer to the temple.
Yes, let's hurry on. That looks useful.
We'll need another. It can't have gone too far. This is the source of the shield.
Dead Jedi, dead soldiers. This one was on the dig team. The attack must have started here.
The bodies. They weren't all killed by blasters or lightsabers.
Trespassers detected.
Droids!
Attempting slaughter. Damage detected. Slaughter ineffective. Attempting massacre. Service.
That did it. The shield has dropped. Our comms should work now.
I'll contact Darth Krovos immediately. The enemy already came here once. They may well bring reinforcements. We should do the same.
Darth Null was clearly a genius, far ahead of her time. How is it possible that we have no records of her? I'm beginning to suspect that this was intentional. Her whole existence erased purposefully.
But why?
Perhaps one of her creations made her a threat to the Dark Council, or even the Emperor, though that's difficult to imagine. Even so, I struggle to think of anyone else with the power to wipe someone from history so completely.
If that's true, I can see why Malgus would want to learn more about her.
The only other person to make Emperors and Dark Council members that nervous is you.
Krovos has confirmed that reinforcements are on the way. We can't be far from the ruins. Let's hurry on.
More droids! More droids!
That can't be good.
I sense something.
I sense it too. Malgus.
He's here! Hurry!
There, that's our way forward.
Plenty of places for our enemies to hide. enemy reinforcements.
They must be wondering what happened to their people, too. There, that's our way forward.
This isn't good.
Let's hope the grapples work.
There, the temple.
Watch your step. These droids are dangerous.
They aren't gonna stop us.
You. I should have known. I did not come here for you. Stand aside, or die.
The artifacts, Darth Null. What is it all for? Why are you here?
Yield, and you may live long enough to find out. My destiny, the fate of the galaxy, lies before me. Nothing can stop what is to come. Not even you. You will not stand in my way. My rage will consume you. You cannot win. Cannot kill me! Enough! This ends now. My hate will destroy you. Bear witness to true power.
We did
is over.
Will it hold him until he tells us everything he knows? Or he dies.
Will he actually tell us anything?
Probably not at first, but eventually he will accept the full gravity of his situation. A fresh dig team will resume the work on Elon shortly. Malgus made quite a mess, but with luck we'll soon know everything there is to know about Darth Nul.
If her inventions can be militarized, with our replenished Kolto reserves, the Republic will have precious little hope left. The cell is satisfactory, Lord Eldred. I will share my appraisal with the rest of the Dark Council. Darth Savik should be cautious. You could be a marvelous contender for her position. With Malgus captured, what is next for the Hand of the Empire?
I don't answer to you, Krovos.
Pettiness doesn't suit you.
You think this is over? Revealed a truth long buried. A path to power, concealed by thrones and hidden by councils. Overshadowed by a war with no true victor. Seen a vision of the future, a galaxy in flames. What I have begun will not end with me. This is only the beginning.
Kira, are you alright?
Honestly, I'm not great.
I see. Then it is fortunate I came along.
I think so too. This feeling gets worse the closer we get to Elam.
What is it that you're sensing?
When you came back from Elam, Scourge and I both got this weird feeling, like we just uncovered a memory. It's unclear, but familiar. Like a dream.
I tried to help Kira and Scourge clarify the details of what they sensed, to bring their feelings into focus. But my guidance could only do so much. We all agreed that further exploration was necessary. Scourge traveled to a place I'm unfamiliar with. There are ruins there that he suspects may have a connection to Darth Null.
I wish the big guy was here. I can't remember the last time I did something like this without him.
It is for the best. Your paths will join again, though you must walk alone for now. My hope is that being in the presence of this fortress on Elam will make sense of the strange feelings you are having.
And whatever these feelings are, if they have something to do with Darth Null, then maybe they could help you figure out what Malgus was trying to do. Guess we're about to find out, one way or another. The hand of the Empire's recovery team should have plenty to tell us.
Before we discuss anything else, it would be best if Kira and I familiarized ourselves with this place.
We'll meet you at the camp after we look around for a bit. I promise we won't break anything.
Talos.
Hello again. I am beyond honored to see your interest in our progress. This has certainly been one of the most intriguing expeditions I've ever participated in, even after all my time in the Reclamation Service. And working with Colonel Gola has been a truly enlightening experience.
What did you find in the ruins?
Oh, many remarkable things, but some not as unfamiliar as I expected. Believe it or not, this fortress may not have been as isolated as we first believed. Sifting through the wreckage, I've uncovered several artifacts that bear striking similarities to relics discovered on previous archaeological digs, on worlds far from this one. Once the relics here are thoroughly documented, I will conduct a full investigation into these connections. Perhaps you could provide a map that identifies other locations Malgus targeted. Oh, I shudder to think what other priceless sites he may have ransacked if you hadn't stopped him.
Malgus may be imprisoned, but we can't be complacent.
I completely agree. If you are so inclined, I would encourage you to examine some of the relics for yourself. You'll find them around the camp. Someone with your ability should have no trouble recognizing the mystifying sensations I've described. Do let me know if I can be of any further assistance.
Colonel Barden-Gola, Imperial Reclamation Service. I'm glad to make your acquaintance.
We've been incredibly fortunate to have Colonel Gola join us. His expertise has been nothing short of invaluable to this team.
Thank you, Lord Rivik. Such high praise, especially considering the results of this mission.
What do you mean?
I've led many expeditions that were largely successful despite their dangers, but this one is unusual. Our time here has been relatively uneventful, yet we haven't learned much. Every fragment of every artifact found in these ruins has been examined twice over, but we still can't conclusively say why Darth Null built the machine inside this fortress. But with you here, perhaps we'll grow closer to solving this mystery. Anything you and Lord Rivik could tell me about your time here would be helpful.
No, I don't believe it.
What's happening?
That feeling I couldn't explain. I didn't think it would be this. This was from Darth Null's machine? That Malgus destroyed?
It was.
Darth Null. She was a child of the Emperor.
Valkorian's children are dead. I killed most of them.
Not that kind of children. The children of the Emperor were a secret weapon. Kind of like the servants you used to work with. They've both been around for centuries. The big difference is the servants blindly follow the Emperor. That wasn't the case for the children. The Sith would take people and implant them with a small piece of the old Emperor's power. Then he could control them, make them do whatever he wanted. Most of the children weren't even aware of what had been done to them. Not until it was too late.
But the Emperor is gone. If he had any control left over the remaining children, that connection has been severed.
This begs the question. Why would Malgus take such an interest in a pawn of the former Emperor? A centuries-old pawn at that. If only there was someone who could tell us more.
I thought Malgus killed everyone before we got here.
So did I, until we began our recovery efforts. According to the records we obtained, 2 dig teams were originally sent to Elam, one from the Republic and one from the Empire. Every member of both teams has been accounted for except one, a young Jedi named Sahar Katin. All of our personnel files indicate that she's the Padawan of the Jedi historian who led the Republic's expedition team, Master Denom Orr.
If she's the only surviving witness, she could have much to tell us.
And you're gonna ask her nicely, right? No Sith interrogation techniques.
That is something to decide when we locate the Padawan, but finding leads will take time. Until then, I have a suggestion. Speak to Malgus.
You think he'll say anything?
Not willingly, but the certainty he's placed in his own schemes can be used against him. If that fails, I'm sure that a little encouragement will compel him to reveal something useful. The path forward grows ever longer, it seems.
Rakan? It's me. It's Sahar. Wait. Rakan. Please. Stop. What is wrong with you? I risked everything to be here and you won't even listen to me.
If I hadn't saved you, who knows what these slavers would have...
What in blazes are you talking about? I'm not a slave.
But I thought...
You left. You don't know anything. This should have been my fight. My chance at greatness. But you stole it from me. Again.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Rakan. For everything. I shouldn't have spoken to you like that, and I'm sorry for leaving you behind. I regret it. All the time. I would give anything to go back and do things differently. I know I can never completely make it up to you, but please, can I at least try? You're all I have left. Whatever you need, I can help you.
I don't need you. But I do know someone who can use you. Follow me. Keep up and keep quiet, or you're finished.
You're here. Good. I tried a few techniques to prepare him for your conversation, but the results were unsurprising. He wasn't particularly forthcoming. Perhaps you'll have better luck?
Let's talk about Elam. What were you doing in Darth Null's fortress? Are you really not going to say anything? Give us some privacy.
Are you certain?
I said leave us.
We'll leave you to it. Don't let your guard down.
Isn't there something you want? If you talk, I'm sure we can reach some sort of agreement. Why are you so interested in a child of the Emperor?
You are hopeless.
What did you say?
You're a fool. A witless, miserable wretch. And your desperate flailing against the inevitable is pathetic. You failed to see what was right before your eyes. Darth Null was no child of the Emperor. She was the first, the mother of them all. Darth Null created the children of the Emperor. She hunted the quarry. She broke them, indoctrinated them. His power, his will, but her methods, her inventions, until the Emperor no longer found her useful.
Why are you telling me this?
Because it changes nothing. Keeping me here changes nothing. Do you think the secrets buried in that fortress will stay hidden forever? This is beyond your control. Everything my plan required to succeed has happened. My vision will come to pass. Nothing you do will stop this.
Step back, now. Remember who's in control. Step out of line again, and I will kill you.
Darth Null created the Children of the Emperor? That's way worse.
Malgus must have wanted to create something similar. An army of unwitting slaves.
It's only natural for a Sith to seek out the greatest instruments of power and use them.
I don't disagree, but we shouldn't allow Malgus to recreate weapons that once belonged to Valkorion.
Did Malgus say anything else?
He said that capturing him stopped nothing, that Null's secrets wouldn't stay hidden forever.
Sounds like he was bluffing. Scourge and I spent years hunting down the last of the old Emperor's followers, and even we didn't find anything about Null.
And since we became aware of her existence, no one in the Force Enclave has found anything.
Non-existent records, a ruined fortress. The Emperor obviously got rid of Null and destroyed all of the evidence for good measure.
Not everything, apparently.
What do you mean?
While you were questioning Malgus, Darth Rivik sent us these audio files. They were recovered from a datapad his team found after you left Elam.
Expedition report. Day 4. Jedi Master, Denon Or, Elam Recovery Team Leader. The more we examine the powerful device at the center of these ruins, the more concerned I become. There is a dark energy that radiates from it. One that I recognize all too well. I fear how being so close to it affects Sahar. But I must put my uneasiness aside for now. My focus must be finding and destroying the holocron Null left here. All of her designs, her plans, could be within. I will not stop until I erase every last dark stain left by the Children of the Emperor. I must rectify all that we have done.
The Children of the Emperor had a Jedi in their ranks.
He wasn't the only one. Master Orr mentioned a holocron. I didn't see one at the recovery team's camp.
Neither did I.
And there is no mention of a holocron in the list of artifacts the recovery team sent to us for review.
So we've got a missing Padawan and a missing holocron. Could be unrelated, but I stopped believing in coincidences a long time ago.
We should focus on locating the holocron before someone else decides to use it. And there's no guarantee that it's in the possession of Master Orr's Padawan.
I don't like that she's out there, alone. Finding her should be our highest priority.
I like this plan.
Any major decisions can be made once we actually locate Sahar Katin or the holocron.
Fair enough. This has all been a lot. I think I'll go meditate for a while.
While we're on the subject of locating Darth Null's relics, Sana Ray, do you have anything to report about your team's investigation?
Yes. My news is concerning. I have been unable to reach my team for quite some time.
What did they say when you spoke to them last?
They said the planet we sent them to was wild, untamed, overrun with frenzied wildlife. But in the chaos, they found something. An ancient place. The structure was crumbling, but there were strange markings on the walls. A powerful force energy kept them from entering the ruins. They planned to look for other ways inside. We lost contact shortly after. If something has gone wrong, I would like to offer my assistance. I will go to these ruins and search them myself.
If you approve, of course.
Let's not assume the worst. Keep waiting for their response. If it doesn't come, we will re-evaluate.
I will do what I can to reach them again, and hope the Force guides them home.
I believe that was everything.
I appreciate all of your hard work, but there's still so much left to do. Let's get back to it.
slept a full 8 hours last night. First time since Coruscant.
Jate, you answered.
Shay, you wouldn't be calling unless it was something big.
Right you are. Been a long hunt, but I found the vermin's nest. It's on an old dirtball of a planet called Runic. Looks like the traitor got a lot more spineless parasites to rally around her than I planned for. I know my limits. I can't take her down alone. Too many fools standing between her and me. But if you help me cut through the trash, I'll make her face me. We can end this once and for all. It's time for Hedda Cole to pay.